Right, so somebody scamming on TikTok isn't exactly the most shocking thing in the world nowadays, right? We have spoke about many situations of TikTokers scamming before. Except this one's a little bit different because this account that we're talking about today specifically, and a bunch more accounts that we will mention later on, have been using pictures and videos of people who have absolutely nothing to do with this to do their scamming. And the sad thing about it all, it's clearly working. Millions of people are seeing these videos, and I can only imagine that's resulting in a bunch of sales for a backstory and for people that just aren't a part of this. So let me add some context to this situation. The main TikTok account that I saw doing this, or at least had like the biggest videos from it, is this one right here called myfluffislippers. They currently have 50,000 followers, and you can actually see, we scroll down a page, a lot of the videos look very similar, right? You can see that this man right here is clearly like the face of this page. Spoiler alert, he has absolutely nothing to do with this page. And we will get into exactly who this is a little bit later on and his response to all of this. But like I said, a lot of the videos are very similar, and you can see like the captions are also very similar. Like we just see, please watch this to help save my husband's slipper business. Please stay 10 seconds to help save my dear husband's slipper business. There's also videos on the page like this one right here that I am going to blur because I'll describe it now to you. It is an older man who is in a hospital bed with a family member next to him. I'm not sure how serious it is, right? We don't really know anything about this guy. What I do know is that he has nothing to do with this. So not only is it disgusting itself to use other people for your scam, but to use someone who's in a hospital bed, again, we don't know what his situation is, but it just makes it even worse. But either way, the caption screen says, please stay 10 seconds to help save my husband's business, like we saw before. We get a bit of like a backstory. Again, this is just all fake. He started 8 months ago, but hasn't made a single sale. All he needs is one viral video, so please help him out. And clearly, it shows that he's selling like these slippers. And by the way, the man in the hospital bed that we were using a picture of before, they're clearly trying to make it seem as if that was the same man that's on the majority of the videos. It's just not. It's not the same guy. And a lot of these videos, they also show this older woman saying like, please, please, and then shows the husband.
Please, please share this.
Yeah, I mean, red flag straight away, right? Because they showed this video of this older man who is sewing. By the way, sewing clothes, not slippers. And then they just cut to this video of these slippers with like these clearly like younger hands. So it's not the man holding them. And apparently it's his wife making the video, right? All the captions say like, please help my husband's business. But then we see some like younger hands holding these slippers. It just all feels wrong. And that woman at the beginning of the video, they've been using a lot of her videos as well. Here's another one. It says, please stay 12 seconds to help save my husband's cat shelter.
Help save us.
They show this cat shelter here. And then the husband, he started his animal shelter in 2024, but unfortunately can't afford to keep it running. So he decided to start a slipper shop to help fund his adorable kittens. Again, he's not even making slippers in this video. And then we see these slippers that have a cat on them, right? So they're really trying to make it seem as if this is the reason that they're making the slippers with the cat. So you'll buy these and you're thinking, okay, right, I'm helping this cat shelter. And by the way, just to show you how big some of these videos have got, the most viewed one is currently on 5.2 million views. And then we've got a couple that are over 100,000, one's closer to 200,000, and then a bunch around like the 50k, 30k mark. And I mean, if we go on the video with 5 million views, all the comments are positive, right? We got this comment here saying, fill this jar with love, and it's got 100,000 likes. Fun fact, liking and replying to comments boosts more. Also referencing popular things like Chappell Roan and Taylor Swift puts the videos to the FYP of people that have watched and relate. Basically, it will show the video to people who are fans of Chappell Roan and Taylor Swift. Another comment here saying, I have a pair of his slippers, I think. I love those fluffy slippers so much. You probably don't, unless you knew that you were buying from this website. We'll get into where you probably got the slippers from later. And then a lot of comments like these saying, when I get paid, I'm going to buy a pair. Those are so cute. And another one here saying, save all the animals. I mean, people believe this, clearly. If we look on the website, you can see the slippers here. It looks like a drop shipping website, doesn't it? You see websites like this all over the place. There is a donation thing you can purchase as well for $15, so you don't get anything for this. You can just donate, which makes this situation even worse, right? Because not only are they deceptively like manipulating people to buy their slippers, they're also asking for donations for something that doesn't exist. Like, you might donate here if you believe that you're helping a cat shelter or a husband who's trying to start his business and is struggling with sales. Now, where I actually first heard about this was on a TikTok account called Amanda Rollins, and she uploaded a video basically calling this out.
This has to be one of the most messed up things I've ever seen on TikTok. This company, Fluffy Slippers or whatever, this is not a family-owned business. That woman is not associated with them. The man they show is not associated with them, and they don't own a shelter. The slippers come from Shein. I cannot believe that they just did this.
Amanda goes on to mention that in these videos, like you can see, he's not even sewing slippers, he's sewing clothes. Amanda also says that she has a pair of these slippers, basically, with just like a different picture on the front that she bought from Shein.
I have a pair exactly like that, the same rubber bottom and everything, and they come from Shein. They were $10. That looks identical to the types of slippers that come from Chinese websites, right?
Now, when I saw this video, without even, like, looking further into it, like, it just was a scam. You could see it was a scam. Clearly, a lot of people don't say that it's a scam. There's a lot of people in comments saying stuff like this, saying, so who are the people in the first video crying? And that's why I was like, you know what, that'd be interesting to know. Like, who are these people? Where are they finding these videos? And it's pretty easy to find if you just do some, like, reverse image searching, right? Like, on Google, we can see the result for the man sewing. We can see one of his videos right here. That leads us to this TikTok account called georgethemastertailor. And he has actually made a few videos talking about the fact that people are using his face for these scams. The problem is, though, the videos of him mentioning this don't really have many views at all. I mean, he's uploaded, what, 3 videos about this? I mean, one's on 4,000, one's on 1,400, and one's on 3,800 views. So a lot of people aren't seeing these videos. We are going to watch through them in just a second. The woman at the beginning who's saying, like, please share, that was also pretty easy to find. I mean, kind of, right? I can't find the actual original video that we showed, but I found the woman, I've seen the videos that she makes, and a lot of these videos are talking about, like, Donald Trump.
And I listened to some of Trump talking in front of the Department of Justice, spewing his goddamn lies, telling things about us, about Americans. I can't stand that man.
So whoever's making these scam videos is literally just, like, looking on the internet for, like, older people in this situation, like, looking upset, or obviously in the case of the man sewing, they just look for, like, an older man who was sewing, and just put them together to try and create this fake story. Now let's take a look at George the Tailor's profile and look through a few of the videos that he's posted about this situation. So straight up, but all of them really, he's just saying, like, this is a scam, it's not real.
Hi TikTok family, we have an announcement to make.
We've heard that there are other profiles taking content from us. They're showing pictures and videos of my dad saying that he's making things like cat toys and slippers and other things. These are not real. These profiles are separate from ours. They're asking people to buy these things, telling stories. It's all not real. This is the only profile that we have. This is the only place that we will be posting our videos on TikTok. So if you see any of these profiles, please report them, send them to us so we can report them.
Thank you very much for supporting us, and tune to future videos. Thank you.
Yeah, and like I said, the sad thing about all of this is that these videos kind of explaining what's happening from the people who are being used in the videos, or the person who's being used in the videos, they just aren't being seen. So out of quite literally the millions of people that have seen the scam videos, only a few thousand have seen the real videos of the people explaining. In a separate video, we hear more of George talking about how these accounts are just fake.
Good morning. A lot of people using my face, and they're selling stuff that's fake. It's not me. I don't make slippers, and I don't make all the junk that they're selling. I'm a tailor. I'm in clothing business. So please report them. Let's try to stop this, because they're all over the world. And we had one from Greece, my country. And they're fake.
Yeah, I think they're posting, like, a few of these videos that are, like, very similar, hoping that, like, one of them will gain traction. I feel like the best way to do it, if I had to guess, could be wrong, right? I feel like the best way to do it for it to maybe go viral would be to, like, stitch the original video, showing that they're using a picture of him, saying, like, oh, can you help out my slipper business, to help out with this shelter and whatnot, and then it cuts to him kind of talking about it. I feel like once you've got all that context in there, that would be a video that I feel like TikTok would feed to people, and could potentially go bigger, because these videos should go bigger, right? Because people are getting scammed currently. And not only are people getting scammed, we've got this poor man who's doing absolutely nothing wrong and is a face of a scam. At the end of the video, they show a list of some accounts that are using his face for their scams, and there's, like, multiple of them. And in fact, in the next video, we see there's actually a bunch more, but, like, My Fluffy Slippers, Purse Slippers, Cat Slides, again with 2 S's, Plush Puff, Plushy Pods, Faith Rugs, so they're also doing rugs and not just slippers. Fluffy Slipper Shop, like, there's a bunch of accounts that are doing this. And his daughter's actually doing a voiceover at this point saying, like, her dad's worked his whole life on this tailoring business, and this is extremely upsetting.
My dad has spent his whole life creating his store and his brand, and it's truly upsetting to see people impersonating him and misleading people.
Now, in the last video that they've uploaded, it's kind of a bit of the same. He says, like, they're trying to sell people slippers. He doesn't sell people slippers. He teaches people how to sew on TikTok.
To my TikTok friends, this is the last video that I'm going to post. My identity's been stolen. People have me as selling slippers and all kinds of stupid stuff. And, you know, I show people how to sew, not to make money, but to help people.
He then says they're just selling junk. He doesn't do that, and if TikTok doesn't do anything about this, they're going to stop posting videos.
They're selling all kinds of junk, and that's not me. I'm a tailor. I'm a clothier. I'm not anything that they're trying to show. So I appreciate you following. You follow us, and till TikTok does something about it and stop this nonsense, we are not going to post any more videos. I do appreciate it, love you guys, and have a good life. Thank you.
Yeah, so then we see another updated list at the end here, and we can see there's actually a bunch more. I think there was 8 in the last one. There's now 12 here. There's probably more at this point. And yeah, it's just a shitty situation for the people being scammed, but also, like, especially, like, this man who's just kind of the face of this scam. He's saying that he's going to stop posting as well, when all he's doing is posting videos, like, helping people sewing and whatnot. Now he doesn't want to post anymore, because every time he posts, it could be used for a scam. You would think TikTok would be able to do something about this, like, impersonation on an account. Like, that should be an easy thing, and be like, okay, right, that's not him on this account. They're scamming people. They're selling people this fake story so they can promote their products. Let's get rid of it. But I don't know, apparently not. Maybe it's because a lot of people aren't aware of George's account and they can't, like, piece together why it's a scam and make sure that it's proven that's not him in the videos. I don't know, it's just a shitty situation all around. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you want to go over and support George's TikTok account, that'll be linked in the description. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. So if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Also, if you're interested in any other type of content, me and Emily have a channel where we play games and react to reality shows. We're currently reacting to this murder mystery show. We uploaded a new episode yesterday. And yeah, if you're interested, that's also linked in the description. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.